Okay, so spiritual guidance, it basically means that you have been or are seeking outside counsel for matters in your life. Okay, this is a love reading, so you've been looking outside for advice. Okay, it could be spiritual guidance through maybe tarot card readings or a priest or somebody involved in your church if you're religious and practicing. It can be seeking counsel through a therapist or counselor. Okay, doesn't have to be heavy. The high priest can also, or the Hierophant can also represent a marriage ceremony. Okay, so you may have been talking or wanting or thinking about going down that pathway with your partner, or maybe having a recommitment ceremony. Okay, so whatever the case, Taurus, you have that in your past. Okay, so coming into March, we have the Seven of Wands, and this is reversed, which is beautiful because this really means that you're putting down your defenses, or your partner is putting down their defenses. Okay, we have, and actually this is crossed by the Five of Wands. So, and this is upright. So we're going from a serious battle, okay, where you're actually one party's actually very defensive, to something that is not so serious. This is a lighthearted fun. I mean, you can see they're in a bar, they're doing arm wrestling, and it's just fun and light. Okay, so this is the benefit. So whatever the situation was, possibly through this external guidance that you have been seeking out, the seriousness of whatever was the battle is now lessening. Okay, so this is beautiful. You may be involved with the fire energy because there's lots of pentacles and there's lots of wands. Now, yes, you're definitely getting over something. Okay, you and your partner are getting over something. You, if you're single, are getting over. There's this whole theme, by the way, for everybody of moving on. Okay, we just came out of I think it was on February 26th, we had a solar eclipse in Pisces. It's the last solar eclipse in Pisces that we're going to have for 18 years. And Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So we're leaving that winter, okay, equinox, and we are moving into a spring equinox, which is the very beginning of the zodiac signs. We're moving into Aries, and we are March 21st is actually the beginning of the astrological calendar. So there's like all these new endings and all these new beginnings. Okay, as right in this energy from the solar eclipse in Pisces is actually going to be lasting through 10 to 15 days after February 26th. So you're going to be feeling this effect. Exes, like really weird exes from like 20 years ago, come back and contact you, and you have. I'm just thinking of a scenario. My friend actually on February 26th at like 2 o'clock in the morning, this guy that she had not seen for 2 years called her incessantly like 12 times in a row and texted her and said she was a horrible person because she never loved him. And she hasn't talked to him in 2 years, and they only went out like 3 times. Okay, so weird stuff like that is going to be happening. Then we go right into Venus retrograde, and during Venus retrograde in general, exes come back. But these are going to be like longer term exes from like way in the past. You're probably going to have a lot of weird dreams. They're having weird dreams. So this weird kind of stuff's going to be happening with love. Now, a word to the wise, okay? Listen, when Venus goes retrograde, and I don't know how much any of you guys believe in this, but I feel like it's kind of in this realm of spiritual guidance and tarot card reading. So I'm going to tell it to you. If you don't believe it, that's completely fine. But when Venus goes retrograde, it's never a really good idea to start something new. Okay. I mean, just looking back, it's so funny because looking back at my ex for the last 2 years, we'd always have these short intermittent relationships, and every single time we got back together was right before or right around a Venus retrograde. So it's like, oh, duh, I know better than that. So when you're in a Venus retrograde, people will come in and they say things they don't really mean, or they think they mean them, but they actually really don't. They're not because they're going to act on anything. So be very careful to start in relationships during those times, okay? Because it seems like it's a soulmate connection, or you believe that whatever they're saying is true, but it's not, okay? The Venus retrograde ends, and then it goes into a Mercury retrograde, and then everything gets jumbled and messed up. So it's just be careful, okay? Take everything with a grain of salt that's told to you during the Venus retrograde, and just be aware that over the next few days, there's probably going to be some weirdness if there hasn't been already, okay? Okay, so you're getting over something. There's been thoughts of marriage. There's been seeking external guidance possibly, but you're really excited for this new beginning. So Taurus, if you're in a relationship, okay, you've gone through some battles, you've reconnected, okay, the battles are over, and now you're excited to have this new beginning. So we have the Fool card, okay? It's the very last major arcana card before you actually step off of this cliff and free fall into the abyss of not knowing what's around the next corner. Okay, so you have this energy, Taurus, of gleeful, happy new beginnings. All right, that's the foundation for your March. What's crowning you is the Nine of Pentacles. So you're in the situation where the Nine of Pentacles, he or she, okay, is successful, okay? 9 is right before 10. 10 is finality or the ending of a phase. So she's set, okay? Financially, materialistically, socially, she's completely set, okay? She's happy being a bachelor or a bachelorette. She's happy being single. And that's basically it, okay? Life is set right where she wants. That's it. Now, when it's reversed, two things. Either life is not set exactly where you want, or every aspect of your life is set except for you want love, okay? That's where I'm leaving this, because this is a love reading. This is reverse. So you have these new beginnings. Fights are over. Maybe something's being left in the past, but you're still not wanting to be alone, okay? Your partner may be kind of distracted right now, and so you're feeling alone. You don't want to be alone. You're wanting to reconnect, and you're excited for that new beginning to be able to do so. All right. Now, again, you might be involved or may have been involved with the fire sign, because we have the Emperor in your future and he is reversed. So whatever the case, somebody is either not feeling, not acting in a way that is majestic or in a leadership role. Okay. The Emperor is the card of Aries, and Aries, right? They're leaders. They step forward. They're fearless. They're happy, very optimistic, right? They take charge. They take responsibility for themselves. And when this is reversed, this is somebody that's not doing this. Okay. So you're either needing somebody to do this, or you two are not feeling completely like yourselves yet, because you're needing this new beginning to come into play. All right. So it's like you need to feel like yourself, they need to feel like themselves before you can come together and have this love union, which is something that you want. This is what you want, okay? How you're feeling about the situation. We have the Two of Cups. So you're definitely into somebody. If they're your husband, you're definitely feeling them, but you kind of are coming off of this battle energy, okay? Especially as we came into the new year, and then we had this weird eclipse. That's kind of weird. But you're still feeling this pull towards them, okay? Now, how they're feeling, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is how they're feeling about you in the situation. So they feel like there is a new beginning, okay? Aces do mean new beginnings, fresh starts, okay? You may have been wanting to get more work. Maybe you're just getting new work, or you're looking for new work, and maybe that's part of the reason why there's this unbalance here, okay? Maybe this is the reason why they are feeling like this as well. But even if it's not work related, there's this slow, steady beginning and initiation of something in your love life that you're definitely excited about. And they're seeing that maybe it's too slow, but they're also seeing that it's a fresh start, okay? I could see them seeing that it's too slow because the fire signs like to do things fast. They make decisions quickly. They're confident in what they do. They're confident in what they say. And they don't need time to think through things. So they may be thinking that it's going a little too slow. So it's kind of putting them off their guard. But they are still liking it. This is a beautiful card for new beginnings. Okay. In your hopes and fears, Taurus, we have the Empress. And this card represents fertility. Okay, not necessarily fertility of the body. It means fertility with respect to ideas and activities. Okay, this person is excited about the future. She's willing to work endlessly towards her goals. Okay, she's happy. Usually the Empress is a very beautiful woman. So just kind of fresh and young and lighthearted and, nothing but, the world is your oyster type of energy. So this is your hopes. You're hoping that this new beginning and this fresh start, even if it's with the current partner, is something that is going to be fruitful, okay? In all aspects of life. Love, finance, scheduling, okay, communication, sharing ideas. You're hoping and you're willing to put the work in to making that be the case. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is your outcome card, Taurus. And this, again, another fiery energy. This is stating that there are going to be lots of social gatherings. You're very excited. These gatherings could be outside, okay? There's probably going to be barbecues and maybe a lot of hiking, a lot of meeting up with people outside, okay? And even I think in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, the Four of Wands is, that is also outside. Yeah, it's outside of a house. There's like planning a celebration. And so that's what they're doing. Lots of social activities. There may be a celebration, maybe some spring weddings you're going to be going to in March. But if anything, you're definitely going to be gathering and celebrating something. Okay. So Taurus, what this is stating is that you want to be present. Okay. Because even with the Three of Wands, this Six of Swords represents going away mentally and or physically to a place where you can gather yourself so you're in a better state to come back to something, okay? So you're not going anywhere. You're staying present. Three of Wands represents you've put everything out into the universe that you can, okay? Every ounce of energy that you had into something and something you were working towards, you've done it. Now it's time to wait and wait for it to come back to you, okay? It's like, for example, it's like you're working at college towards a degree and you work for 4 years, 5 years, and you work and work and work and work and work. You're putting everything you can into it. And then you're waiting for that final graduation. And then it's scheduled and it's coming because you had an appropriate GPA and you're graduating, okay? It's like that. So you may not have put everything into it. So you're not going anywhere, okay? And this is stating that you may not have put everything into a situation that you can just yet. Maybe because it's a new beginning. Maybe because you're waiting for battles to end. Maybe because you're not fully feeling like yourself. But there is more work to be done before you reap the rewards. And it's clearly stating that here with the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles means continue working, continue working. Now, this also represents getting tired and feeling lethargic and feeling like you're losing hope that what you're doing is going to pay off. However, the next card from the Seven of Pentacles is the Eight of Pentacles. And this is a clear state of just continuing to deciding to say, I'm not going to be tired. I'm going to continue working and I'm putting my head down and I'm going to work until I get to my final results, which are the Nine of Pentacles, which is fluidity and security and finances and material life. And then 10 is like the ultimate happiness where you've reached the pinnacle of your career and you've reached the pinnacle of your success. Okay. So 7, don't give up. Keep working. Stay present. Okay. You're not done working. Keep at it. Even if there's a new beginning. Okay. Work. Stay social. Okay. Love is on the way, or it's reconnecting with somebody. And your partner definitely likes the work that you're doing. They're excited about this new beginning on whatever realm it is. After a fight, coming home after a work trip, or you're just meeting somebody, whatever it is, your partner or somebody that is in your realm, your periphery is liking it, okay?